Hello, how are you? Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Sally Jacks, and normally I vlog every other day, but unfortunately on the 3rd of January I became poorly, which you can probably hear still in my voice. I had a chest infection and I also came down with, and I'm going to do it in quotations, the proper flu. So I've been I've been feeling just so sick. And because I explained in my last video, if I don't work, I don't get paid. So I had to get myself better to get back to work and obviously to look after my son. But even when going back to work, it's absolutely floored me. So I feel like I feel better today. It's great. But it's just taken so long because even though I went back to work last week and this weekend just gone, which was the 18th and 19th of January, we had a weekend away. This was planned back in September. As I've told you, Santa Claus bought us tickets for Harry Potter. I really struggled. I didn't feel well. On Saturday night, we went to see my brother and my sister-in-law, and I felt dreadful. I couldn't be bothered to talk to anybody, and that's just not like my character. I just want to talk the arm legs off a donkey. But I just didn't feel like it. And then Sunday we went to Harry Potter, and it was amazing. I filmed it. I just haven't edited it yet, and I will get it out to you. Let me just tip this up because it keeps falling. I've got a bit of a wonky donkey camera thing that you put your camera on and then it just suddenly goes so I'll probably need to push it back up again in a minute. But we did Harry Potter and that was exceptional, and I would highly recommend it, but I'll tell you all about it in the video. You got to take a packed lunch. They are stupid on prices. You've also got to take a lot of money with you, because when you get there, they get you for riding the broomstick, which like takes a couple of minutes to do. You queue up. Do you know how much a USB stick is? £20. You've got 2 kids, it's 40 quid done there. And if you want a picture of them on a broomstick, it's another £14. So it's an absolute rip-off when it comes to that part. And that annoys me. And I tell you why, because the tour is amazing and they can still make money, and I'm sure they could still make margin, because that's what it's about. It's a business, and they could still make it by selling the photographs and selling the USB. Now, I might be totally wrong, and J.K. Rowling might not have anything to do with the prices that are being given, and she probably doesn't. It's just her Harry Potter idea. She will take money from it. But she's been a woman that's had absolutely no money whatsoever and had to take from her friend, if I'm reading these stories correctly. So she knows what it's like to be a family with no money. But yet these tours are ripping you off left, right and centre. So we got sandwiches, so I fed all 4 of us, my mum as well. So it was sandwich for Gary, me, my mum and Frankie Jack. And then we got waters apiece. I got Frankie Jack some hummus and stuff. And then we got 2 butter beers and 2 cookies. And the bill was near £45. It's just a bit extortionate. And I don't like that. I don't like being ripped off. That's something I don't mind paying for the tour, because it was phenomenal. And I can't remember how much the tickets were, but they were a lot. And you don't mind doing that because it was amazing. But when they rip you off when you get in there, I can't stand it. Anyway, so I wasn't feeling very well. Went to get up Monday morning to come back to work, and oh my gosh, and then I went to bed and I slept for about 10 hours. And then I got up Tuesday and I honestly could have cried. I really didn't feel great. I still went on telly, but not feeling great. Just no mojo, just nothing there. I felt like it's almost like you're dead inside, but that sounds like a bit of an exaggeration, but you know what I mean. And then Tuesday afternoon I started to lift up a bit, and then I got up this morning, I started to feel I think I'm a little bit better. I think my mojo's coming back. And today I felt a bit better, so fingers crossed that I still feel like this tomorrow. Therefore I feel better, because one, if you've got no mojo, you can't speak to camera because there's just nothing to tell. I just don't feel well, I feel like this, and you're not going to want to hear me going on. I can't do any crafting because I'm absolutely knackered. I'm not going out, I'm coming straight home and going to bed because I need to go to work. There's just nothing happening in my life for you know, apart from sitting in bed. And if you want to watch a video of me complaining that I feel sick all the time, I wouldn't want to watch that. So I don't want to put it out to you because I'm just feeling like I'm just going to bore you. So anyway, the mojo has come back a little bit. Only a little bit, not completely. So it takes all my effort to do my shows on television. I put all my effort into that, and then when I come off air, I'm tired, and then I'm back on. But I was saying today to somebody I work with, if B&M sold Mojo, I'd have cleared them out. I would have done. I'd have bought the whole bloody lot, because I just want to drink the stuff and feel better and get that mojo. I've got fire. I'm a doer. I've got fire in my belly. I've always been like that all my life. And obviously iron deficiency almost killed that and put out the fire in me. And I always struggled. But obviously since my iron infusion, my mojo's back. And I'm back to here, there and everywhere. And I'm back to that. And so it feels so weird to be ill again, and as ill as I have been, and not to have it. So yeah, I've got like 30 to 40%. Jazz hands. Don't want to get too excited. It's a little bit late now. It's about 8 o'clock when I'm going to bed. Ridiculous. Oh, excuse me, windy pops. I'm staying here tonight. I'm at my digs down south, and then I go back home tomorrow, and I've got the weekend at home. And I'm just hoping that my mojo comes back, because obviously I've only got one child, I know, so it's not the same as looking after a bunch of kids. But sometimes, obviously a bunch of kids is going to be much harder, but sometimes it is more difficult looking after one, because you've constantly got to keep them entertained, and I want to do that with my Frankie Jack. But of course, if you're feeling like shit, you're like, oh, it's so difficult. And of course, because I've been away from home, all I want to do is do things with him. But if I'm not feeling great, if I'm feeling like pants, it's very, very difficult, isn't it? Anyway, let's see what tomorrow brings. And if I start to feel, so I'm getting very, very tired now, but I have got my mojo. You can see it, can't you? You can see it in my belly. I'm stood on around like this. Yeah, come on. So if I start getting my mojo back, hopefully next week I'll start getting back to normal. But I know you understand, because I've had loads of messages from you. I know loads of you have messaged me privately on Instagram and Facebook and things like that, always asking me how I am, and it's so beautiful of you, and you're such wonderful people. And thank you so much if you are one of those people that's messaged. It's so lovely to hear from you, and you know you understand. You're all going, yeah, just get yourself better, just get yourself better, because your health is your wealth. And this is what I'm trying to do, you know, about the iron deficiency in B12. Your health is your wealth. Folate and vitamin D, got to get those two in as well. So it's really important, but there's more things happening there. I've got my first talk on iron deficiency, and that's happening a week tomorrow. So I'll be videoing that, hopefully, if I can. We just need to get clarification, then I can do that, but I'm sure I will be able to. And then I've got a couple of more stories of things that are happening within the family. And with friends, and I'm basically putting sort of the documentations together for them to take to the doctors if they are showing signs of this, and their doctors, sadly, because of lack of training through medical school, don't have that training to be able to pick up on these things, or they're looking at the guidelines, which are sadly too wide, as we know. So I'm putting sort of the documentation together with the clinical data, and you've got to go to the proper places. So this is clinical data that will stand up in court. So I'm going to the proper clinical data sites to be able to get all the stuff to prove that what they've got could be the deficiencies of this, and if they have, then they need to be treated in a certain way. So I've got a couple of those going on at the moment. Even though I'm not well, I've just got that in me that you know, you've got to help, haven't you? You've got to help if people aren't so good. So, because I don't want people going through what I've been going through. I have been answering a lot more questions about iron deficiency in January. It's almost as if people are going, whoa, I'm going to sort my health out. They must be Googling a lot. So I've got a lot of people, and a lot of new people coming on site asking me about the iron deficiency, looking at the old iron deficiency. So if you've got any questions you want to ask me that, please feel free. Obviously, I am a little bit slower on getting back to people. I'm not as hot as what I normally am. And I haven't answered absolutely everybody back, but I love your message and thank you. But if you do want to ask me anything on that, please feel free to come through. I'm going to finish now, because I've rattled on for about 10 minutes, so you can tell I'm a bit better because it's a little bit longer. So the better I get, the more I'm going to be able to get back to my little crafting and show you. And I've got Harry Potter to show you, and oh my word, excuse the French, but oh my bloody God, I lost my mum's 70th. So I go to, yeah, I did. I wiped it off my phone. I've got all the photographs, so I'm going to put those up, but you haven't got me setting up the room with the woman that I did it with, etc., etc. What the heck's that noise? Oh, frightens me, any noises. Like spiders coming out. So yeah, a little bit gutted about that. I've tried to go to Vodafone store in Peterborough yesterday, but unfortunately it's closed down, so I'm gonna have to wait till I get back to Burnley, and I'll nip into Burnley and ask them to look. I've looked in my trash. I know a lot of you have said that trash has got nothing in it, so it looks like I cleared that out as well, so I'm really peed off on myself for that. So bit cross, and I've lost some other stuff that's very, very dear to me as well, so I'm absolutely mortified. But anyway, it could be on my old micro SD card, not my mum's 70th though, that's definitely been wiped. And I did a really good interview with Paul Beck on his, Paul Beck is one of the TV presenters that I work with, and he's got this really great outlook on life and how he goes around teaching and doing talks on it, and I've wiped that as well. Anyway, Paul's like, oh, it's cool, so fine, I'll do another one. Yeah, but it's not the same, is it? I've wiped it. I'm so mad with myself. Anyway, that's giving you an update. Because that's all I can do at the moment, because I'm doing sod all else apart from working and sleeping. That's all I'm doing. But I just wanted to give you another update on what I'm doing. So I am getting there slowly but surely. It's getting there. Voice is still a bit funny. Cough is still there. Still go a bit lightheaded now and again, and obviously get incredibly tired very quickly, but that's obviously because I've got a viral, isn't it, and it's coming out of my body. But I'll get there, and I'm going to get better, and I'm going to get back on it. So thank you very much for being there for me, and I'm so sorry I've been so diabolical in January. Love you lots as always. Thank you so much for your messages. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and I'll see you. I'd like to say, if this is out on Wednesday, I'd like to say Friday night, but I can't promise. It's going to be how I feel. So bear with me. I'll see you later. Love you lots. Bye.